How's it going, YouTube? I just want to show you guys some of the stuff I've been taking apart. I've took apart all these satellite dishes, and I need to take apart these skateboard wheels, and just kind of get started on what I gotta figure out. So what I figured out is just take these apart. So there's like 4 motors, you know, some of them spin or whatnot. These are nice little small motors, but with motors you could also turn them into little small generators. Just as long as the rotor spins, it'll make a magnetic field. And I've got these bicycle wheels and things that actually, I have some in the shed too that I actually took off all the spokes, and it's just a rim. And then all these things could be remolded somehow, but you know, besides that, I have these things to just to take apart for now. I really, you know, don't want to keep the cases and everything, but I might have to, just in case. And then the ideas with all these things are to actually, I'll just throw them away because this is just taking up too much space. Yeah, taking up too much space. So what I've got to do is basically, so I got this styrofoam and this garbage bin, and what I'm going to do is just store them in here for now. And I don't want to break the bottom of this, so I'm going to put that there. And I'm just storing them for now. Oh, nowhere. What is this? Oh yeah, and by the way, some of the tools that just to take apart the weed whackers is just some Phillips, and maybe some wire cutters will work too. But I got to rip some out. And a Torx, like Black & Deckers use Torx. It's usually the big Torx. The small Torx didn't really work. So there's this motor, and what I want to do is when I have time later is take them apart and probably clean them and test them when I'm ready to try to make a wind generator. So that's pretty much a small little storage right here. Then with this storage bin, I've got some satellite dish, and I have more inside of my storage, so, or inside the shed. So I'm gonna be trying to fill this up too, but I'm gonna make space for you know, I still want to make a fish room and everything, but and so I've got to just clear that stuff out and keep them outside. And having these helps during the rainy season, and you know, keeps them shaded. And they're not really that important and everything, but you know, you could really collect a lot of these, and each one of these are worth $85 or $80. You know, when satellite dishes go out, they call the technician and they charge probably $80 just to go out, and then they charge you for the part. So that's kind of you know, the electronical stuff, you know, and then, you know, basically with these two right here, these two frame things that I got from somewhere, I could try to make some type of potting, a potter. They're pretty tall. Hold on. I'm getting this out because that's a pretty good idea. They were probably meant to be. They were probably meant to be a little bit shorter. Oh no, actually they were meant to be like this height. But what I'm going to do is try to make a bracket and try to make a bracket. I've got like, or a frame. I've got, you know, some of these. I got the die grinder. I'm gonna cut that up, and then I'm gonna try to put and maybe make a wall, and then on top I'm gonna try to put like one wheel with like a stick, thing to scrape on the inside, or I could try to you know, well, basically, yeah, just have something that lifts up, you know, once the cement has cured. And with the cement, I'm going to use some wire mesh. So here's a piece of wire mesh. I've got a roll of this stuff. But if I could get it to really be connected, like around, you know, and in between the thickness, it should be pretty strong. And with these aquariums, or it could be an aquarium, it just depends the exact size and dimensions, but it's going to be really heavy. You know, I'm not going to guarantee much, but if I could figure out a way to make it you know, lighter and like with epoxy resin or something, and affordable, it should be okay. But you know, or so basically you know, that's pretty much, you know, after I've rested and got things going, you know, I got to a point, and this is another good idea. So I've got to write this down inside my journal after, and then go take a break. So that's pretty much how you know, DIY things could help you, you know, have a good, you know, potential type of things. And you know, just by looking at things, I mean, I like the size of this bed frame, you know, having metal and just you know, like all this right here, I gotta kind of move that over there. I've been tipping buckets over, and that's just for another video. And then you know, doing some gardening and cleaning. But a lot of YouTubers already do. See, I put my satellite dishes right there. Those make good drying trays for gravel and sand and stuff. So yeah, I know, you know, I've been around November like some ants at a Thanksgiving dinner, but this is kind of, and then, you know, and then, you know, and you know, I might seem kind of, but you know, I hurt my back or this and that, and then I learned how to fix that. So right down here is another metal. Right in here is just some small bolts and stuff. So basically, like after you know, seeing what I still got left, then you know, I gotta kind of get to the build that I need to be doing. That's going to take a little bit of time in between my actual work for just making this place better, and maybe having space for other people to manage learning. And you know, I got that wood scrap pile in there, so what I'm going to do is just basically, or you know, I'm going to just basically throw these away and put my tools away, and then come outside and just dump all that wood in there, and then I could clear that thing out, and then basically just rest after that. But what I really want to do is to, because I just don't like seeing piles of things. So hold on. And like, you know, stuff against my house, I gotta protect it. So I've got these panels from a plastic shed to kind of keep that so I got these nuts and bolts I gotta clean out or clear or do something. There's all I've got, you know, I've got to basically sort them out from big and small bolts, and then I could probably wash them. So basically how to do that is I just basically, you know, I gotta wear gloves, and then I just basically have this milk crate and I just throw nuts and bolts in there, and whatever falls through, you know, I could repeat the same thing. So that's how you sort out nuts and bolts. I mean, probably all of them are going to fall through if they're a certain way. So, but some won't, and it's going to be fun once this gets cleaned out. So I don't know if I said it in this video, but I like to keep my tools. I don't keep them outside, so I lose them. They basically, you know, help provide for me, and if it just feels better when you're able to find your tools, you know. So thanks, guys. I guess I got a little bit more time, but you know, it is what it is. That's pretty much, you know, good for now. I need like a board to kind of cover this, so let me try to find that. So here's something. Oh, and this thing right here, I basically rake up leaves. You know, if you got a pile of leaves, this really worked out. And then you just fill it up and then go walk it. Some, you know, I used to have like a roll around garbage can, but I used that for the palm tree. So having that milk crate and you know, and a roll around can, you can rake up a yard really fast. So there's a few other things, you know, about keeping like grass and like roots from bothering your plants. Having a potter like this, you can really you know, have the plants really enjoy just having their own pot and having it you know, less grassy, because like this right here is growing out right here. That looks green, but all these little roots and trees are trying to but the only good thing about grass and other trees is if they're small, they'll just grow, and then you can harvest those too. But yeah, so these mosquitoes were getting really cold, or they tipped out. There's some big ones in there, but and I had more garlic in here, but they didn't do so good. So this might be a little too much water for the garlic to grow, so they probably could you know, while I'm here, they probably could be, you know, do like this for now, because it will probably just drown them a little too much. So I'm just working, trying to change my bad habits, and I appreciate you guys, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.